Hello friends, once again I welcome you on my YouTube channel English with Rajveer, and today we are going to talk about time and tense. Friends, you know, tense is such a topic which is taught in almost every class. Even you are in mastery class, then somehow or somewhere you are taught tenses. So it is an extremely important topic, and there is every time possibility that you know something new, and that's why now we will study tenses. So let's start tenses. Friends, tenses and time. First of all, these two terms appear same. When we think about time, we start thinking about tenses also. So at the primary or initial level, we think that time and tenses both are same. But friends, these two are totally different even after being similar. What is time? Friends, when we think about the time, we start thinking about days, months, and years. But when you think about the tenses, you never think about these things such as dates, years, and months. As far as time is concerned, time appears to be a universal concept. But as far as tenses are concerned, they cannot be categorized in this universal concept. Moreover, tense is a grammatical term, whereas time is not a grammatical term. So there is a lot of difference between time and tenses. Now we come to the point of learning tenses. What tense is, or what is the definition of tense? Friends, for the definitions I have written 3 lines, and these lines are, this is the definition of tense, and on the basis of these definitions you will come to know about so many things about tenses, and you will know the first hand appearance and grasp of the tenses with these 3 lines. So what tense is? Tense is the form of the verb. Tense is the form of the verb. You must know about it. Tense is not more than this. Tense is the form of the verb. For example, if I write down play, played, will, play. Tense is the form of the verb. This is present tense, this is past tense, this is future tense. So you can say tense is the form of the verb which shows the time, which shows the time, which shows the time at which an action occurs, at which an action occurs, or it shows the completeness and incompleteness of the event. We talk about a particular event, whether it is complete or incomplete, this tense shows this also. So now let's discuss once again what tense is. Tense is simply the form of the verb, whether it is first form, whether it is second form, whether it is third form, whether it is fourth form, or whether it is a fifth form of the verb. It shows the form of the verb which shows the time at which an action occurs, action occurs, or it shows the completeness or incompleteness of the event. Now, on the basis of this statement, we can say that tense is the form of the verb. Tense is the form of the verb. Form of the verb, which not only shows the action, but it also shows the state. It also shows the state of an action. So thus we, after reading this statement, we come to know about this, that tense is the form of the verb which not only shows the action, it shows the action, but at the same time it also shows the state. So we can say that there are two verbs, state verbs and action verbs. Either the form of the tense will show action or it will show the state of the verb. We will further discuss about what state verb and what action verbs are. For example, if I say I know you, it is a state verb, and action verb, I am teaching you. I am teaching you. I am teaching you. These are the state and action verbs. This is the basic definition of tense and tenses. Now we discuss about types of tenses. Types of tenses. Form of the verb. I write down a few sentences, and on the basis of these sentences you will come to know about the form and its types of tenses. I play cricket. I played cricket. I will play cricket. There are three sentences, and on the basis of these three sentences we come to know about how many types of tenses there are. On the basis of the verb we will come to know about its types. This play refers to the present tense. Refers to present tense. The second verb, played, it refers to the past tense. It refers to past tense. And it refers to future tense. So on the basis of these three sentences we come to know that tenses are of three types, because tense is the form of the verb. Tense is the form of the verb. Which form is it? And on the basis of the form we will come to know about the type of tense, whether it is present, whether it is past, or whether it is future tense. So these are three sentences, and on the basis of these three verbs we will come to know that there are three type of tenses are. Now I write down the name of these three. Tense is of three types. First is present tense, second is past tense, and third is future tense. Tense is of three types. Tenses. Tenses are of three types. First tense is present, second is past, and third is future. The verb will show that whether it is present, whether it is past, or whether it is future. We have discussed this earlier. How we can identify on the basis of the verb that it is present, it is past, because only verb shows that it is present, it is past, or it is future tense. These three parts can further be divided into four parts: present indefinite tense, or you can say present simple tense, present continuous tense, or you can say present progressive tense, present perfect tense, or perfect continuous tense. Like the same way, we will have past indefinite tense, or you can say simple past tense, or past progressive tense, past perfect tense, or past perfect continuous tense. Like the same way, we have future indefinite or simple, future continuous or progressive, or perfect continuous. So these three tenses, past, present, and future, these three tenses can further be divided into four parts, and these four parts I have written: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Like the same way, past indefinite, past progressive, past perfect, past perfect continuous, future indefinite, future progressive, future perfect continuous. Or you can say in total we have 12 tenses, 12 parts of tenses, 12 parts of tenses. Present. First we will start from the present tense. What is the definition? How can we identify present, and what are the helping verbs that we use in present indefinite tense, and how can we use present indefinite, how can we make a sentence of present indefinite tense, and what are the uses and function of present indefinite tense where we can use present indefinite tense. So let's start now with the first present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. To identify present indefinite tense, if there is a sentence in Hindi, then you will find out that at the end of the verb, you will find out either ta, ti or te. Will find out at the end of the verb ta, ti or te. For example, Ram it खेलता है. Here in this sentence, Ram is the subject, cricket is the object, and khelta is a verb. And I have told you that when you find these three words ta, ti or te, ta, ti or te at the end of the verb, not at the end of a subject or not at the end of a object, at the end of the verb, when you find ta, ti, te, then you will come to know that it is present indefinite tense. Or in English, if you find in a sentence either we first or we first plus s or es, or you find do, does plus we first. If there is the condition you find we first means first form of the verb. If you find first form of the verb plus s or es, if you find out do, does or we first, then you will know that it is present indefinite tense. It is present indefinite tense. In Hindi, you will find ta, ti, te at the end of the verb, because playing is a verb here. Ram plays cricket. As far as structure of Hindi language and English language is concerned, there is a lot of difference. When you find a sentence in Hindi, you will find like this: Ram plays cricket. Here in this sentence, Ram is the subject, plays is the verb, and cricket is the object. And in Hindi, you will find first subject, then object, and finally you will find verb. But when you translate these Hindi sentences into English sentences, then you will have to take this verb after subject. Ram plays cricket. Ram plays cricket. This is the simple rule that I have told how to identify present indefinite tense. Now, in present indefinite tense, helping verb or main verb. Whenever you translate or you make a sentence, then you will have to use helping verb or main verb. Maybe sometimes it happens that you don't use helping verb. It depends on the condition or the state of that sentence, whether we are to use helping verb or not. But in present indefinite tense, you will use do or does as helping verb. As far as main verb is concerned, you are to use either we first or we first plus s or es. V first or V first plus s or es. Where we are to use do, where we are to use does, where should we use first form of the verb, or where we should add s or es to the V first. Then there are three persons: first person, second person, and third person. First person is I, we. Second person is you, and third person's rest of he, she, they, it, or any. Leave it now. First person I, we, second person you, third person he, she, they, or it. Now I'm telling you where to use V first and where to use V first plus S or ES. When we are to use V first plus S or ES, then the simple rule is this. Simple rule is this. V first plus S or ES is used with third person singular. With third person singular. Third person singular. Or simply you can say with any single name. If I say Ram, it's single. If I say Ram and Syam, then they become double. So we are to use only V first plus SES with a single name. With third person singular, he is singular, she is singular, it is singular, but they is not singular, it is plural. It is plural. For example, if I make a sentence, Ram plays cricket. Ram plays cricket. Here Ram is singular. Ram is singular. That's why I have add this word s with the verb play. Ram plays cricket. If I she cooks the food. She cooks the food. Here she is singular, and that's why I have used s with the verb cooks. If I write I play cricket, I play cricket, then I haven't used any s or es with this play, because I is first person, and rule states that V first plus s or es is to be used with third person singular, and that's why I haven't used here s with the word play, because I is first person. Whether it is singular or plural, it doesn't matter. We are to use s or es with only third person singular. If I write they play cricket, they play cricket, then they is not singular, they is plural, and that's why I haven't used the word s or es with play. When to use s or when to use es? Generally, if you find the alphabet O at the end of a sentence, for example, go, you are to use es. It is a general rule, it is not always correct, because canto is also a word, but we use only s to make it plural. So it is not hard and fast rule. If you find any ch, ss like word, then you are to suppose to use es. There are so many rules to make singular to plural. You should go through these rules, and after that you will find out how to make plural out of singular. So this is the basic fact of using we first, or in rest of the sentences you are to use we first. For example, I have written I play, because I is first person. If we are to use we play cricket. If you play cricket, then they play cricket. Or it sounds good. It sounds good. I have used s with this word sound to make it singular, because it is third person singular. And now we come to the point of do or does. With I, we use do. With we use do, does, do, does. One more common thing that we find here is that if we are to use we first plus se or es, condition is the same. If we are to use s or es with the verb and subject is singular, then if by chance we will study later on where to use do, where to use does, but the condition is that if it is singular, then we are to use does. If it is plural, then we are to use do, third person singular, because I is also singular, but it is first person singular. You may be considered singular or it may be considered plural, but it always takes the plural verb. Because if I call a student individually and say that you don't study, then I'm using do with you. And if I collectively call the students that you don't study, then I'm calling all the students of the class, then this same you is plural. But in both the condition we are to use only do. Do and does are generally used with interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. With interrogative, negative, or negative interrogative. Interrogative negative sentences. With affirmative sentences, we don't use do or does. Sometimes we use do or does to make a sentences emphatic. If we stress on that particular sentences, then even in affirmative sentence we can use do or does. If I say I do eat food but I don't be fatty, then I'm stressing on the particular sentence to make it more emphatic, and that's why I have used do or does in this affirmative sentences. So these are the basic rules of present indefinite tense. In further lecture we will discuss about how to structure a sentence of affirmative, and how to make interrogative, negative, and negative interrogative sentences, and where to use these tenses, where to use which verb, we first, do or does. Later on we will discuss about it. Thanks for joining me.